My name is Dave Rogers. I am a customer success professional. I work mostly in the telecom arena, and that's kind of how I came to be working with Eric. Had a little bit of a work gap, if you will, in my industry. So about 2.5 years ago, my company at the time and I went separate ways. And at the time, I immediately went and looked for another job, didn't find one immediately, had some struggles there. When all that was done, when I finished my MBA, it was time to go back out there and get back into the industry I love and do what I love to do. And I didn't know how to do it. And so I went out there and I went back in and I was working really hard and lots of fun stuff. And talking to people and applying for jobs, and it was straight up crickets, right? Everything was a black box, darkness everywhere. And so, after a few months of that, I kind of hit a space where I was like, okay, so I'm really good at what I do. Apparently, I'm not really good at finding a job. And I realized I never actually had to find a job in my entire life. Really, jobs had come to me out of school. I was given a couple offers, and then, friends and other people were like, hey, Dave, you want to do this? And I moved to a new job, and the whole finding process was something I had never done. So, coming to Eric was kind of a big, painful decision for me. I had to really kind of shove my ego down a little bit and realize that I was not good at finding a job. That was not a skill I had. Challenge to finding a job was driven by me not willing to identify the gaps in my own skill set. And maybe let's be really clear, I wasn't looking for a job. I could have gone to work for UPS and made a decent amount of money. There's a number of other roles I could have taken. I wasn't looking for a job. I was looking for that next step in the career. I had a new MBA, had a lot of experience, and I wanted to do something I wanted to do. One of the big struggles that we worked through to begin with was, what job do you really want? Because I was in the state by that point of, I'd been looking for 3 or 4 or 5 months. I was feeling a little bit frantic. I was like, I'm never going to get a job. And so I was really kind of like very frantically going everywhere, right? Oh, I'm going to look for a job over here and look for it over here. So one of the things, that Eric really helped me do was identify what did I really want, right? What job was I really looking for? And that was really important for me because it allowed me to focus and put the efforts and energies into the direction I wanted to go. And very specifically, one of the things you start doing is talking to people in very targeted ways and being able to say to them and have a solid response when they say, well, what do you do and what do you want to do? Right? And before I'd had a response, but it was too wide, right? So as I was out talking to people, and calling them and kind of going through the process that we put together, I was able to have conversations really specific, and one of those conversations led to this role. It was the ability to have that conversation specific and, in a sense, be able to trust the process a little bit. I got a really good job. I'm really happy with it. Specifically, it's in the industry I wanted. It's the kind of company I wanted. It's the size of company I wanted. It was the amount of money I was literally my goal. They said, what do you want? And I said, I want this, and they gave it to me. Every goal I had when I started this process, I actually reached.